Okay, I'm watching Peter Mon's video, and basically was Shane Dawson too easy on Tana Mojo, and I honestly, loving Shane, I guess I wasn't really thinking too much into it. I mean, I guess he was easy on her. I mean, there are some things I would have questioned, like her saying that Michael said they sold 4,200 tickets, 3,000 were free, and then they sold a total of 5,200 tickets, and it's like, well, how is that? You sold 4,200 tickets, but 3,000 were free, but you sold 5,200 tickets altogether. So, like, that doesn't make any sense because selling tickets is not giving tickets away for free. You know, that's totally different. You're selling them. So there was that. But another one is in part two of Shane's TanaCon truth, you know, he's talking to Michael, and he's saying, he even told him, he's like, well, you put more press releases out than Tana did. At least you said something, you know. And it's funny thinking about that because it's like, yeah, he says that to the Michael guy in part two, but in part three, it's like he doesn't say anything to Tana about not putting anything out there, like not saying anything about TanaCon, not, you know, she kind of wasn't responding to anyone, she wasn't tweeting, nothing. Like, he didn't even talk to her about that. Meanwhile, he was, like, saying to Michael, like, well, yeah, you put out more press releases, and you at least put out stuff unlike Tana, and yet when it came to talking to Tana, he never brought that up, which is a little odd. Why wouldn't you bring that up? That seems like something you should bring up, considering you just talked about it in part two. Not to mention, it is a big thing. Like, dude, TanaCon is canceled. Like, shouldn't you be saying stuff instead of just going under the radar for a while and crying about what happened instead of fixing what happened, you know, or trying to do something, you know. And another thing that gets me about this is she cried a lot. Like, I'm not saying she was faking it, but she cried a lot and was always, like, falling into Shane, and I'm so sorry. And I just feel like we really didn't get much answers out of her, or really much of anything, because a lot of the time she just started crying, and she would just hug on Shane, and it's just like, I feel like we didn't really get fully everything, and I don't know, I just watching Peter's video, it was like, I thought about the press release, and it's like, it's crazy that Shane just said something to Michael, and like, oh, yeah, at least you're putting something out there, whereas Tana's not, and yet he never said anything to Tana, which is odd. I would have. Also, some other things that bother me about the Shane thing is, I don't know why, like, okay, Tana was all upset about kids getting sunburned, right? Because they were waiting outside for her convention. She was upset. And yet, it even has, in the video, with her and Michael and many other people, them saying it only has the capacity for 1,000 people. We're selling 5,200 tickets. We could go down to 3,000, but should we? No, you know, basically. But it's not even that. She even said, oh, fans love when they have to, like, wait outside, like, in the rain and shit, and they'd be like, oh, I waited outside in the rain for you, and stuff. I love that shit, Tana's saying. So it's like, that's what gets me. It's like she's bitching to Michael about people getting sunburned, yet she went into this wanting people to wait outside. And, like, Shane did not, like, question her, like, why are you getting upset about the sunburns, and why are you feeling bad for the sunburns when you are the one who even wanted people to wait outside? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Oh my god, like, just things are really, like, the more you think about it, the more it just gets me mind-boggled. Because it's like, yeah, because you know what? I love Shane with all my heart, but he didn't do, he should have really delved deeper. Like Rylan said, you have to treat her just like anybody else, basically what he said. You can't, you know, put your favoritism towards her into this. You can't be that way. You can't be biased. But it's like, it's just crazy that she wanted people to wait outside, and yet she's crying over them getting sunburned, and she's yelling at Michael over them getting sunburned, and yet she's the one who's like, oh, I want them to be outside. They love that shit. I love that shit. And it's like, so then why are you bitching that they got sunburned? You're the one who even said you wanted people to be waiting outside. Like, come on. Just had to say that also, because that bugs me.